All right, everybody. We're here with a video talking about our run at NAIC and our team report. So we used what? It's just good stuff. Big Six, but instead
Yeah,
of Floette. Anything you want to talk about the team since you're the one who put me on it?
yeah. Honestly, I think the team felt overall pretty good in the tournament. I ran the same thing in Indianapolis with different sets, I would say. So I was already experienced with the core. I didn't want to bring Japan Big Six exactly because there was gonna be a lot of counterplay. I mean, like 5 out of 8 teams were that team in Japan
Mm-hmm.
Nats. So I knew it was gonna have a big target on its back. So instead, um, I decided that Sneasler and King Gambit was pretty good. Sneasler gave us the mode of Fake Out Horse Dance, and King Gambit at +2 can one hit KO many things if you position correctly. So it could be a really good, end game or mid game sweeper as well. So, and I think it worked out pretty well. It won me a few games in the tournament,
Fake out Swords
especially with
Dance or just a
yeah,
Sneasler?
Fake Out Horse
Yeah.
Dance.
Okay.
Fake Out Horse Dance. And I think the other change was the Basque Legion. Mystic Water was pretty popular, but I think Scarf gave us a better mode into like Delphox stuff. You could just one hit KO it. And also into the mirror, our Basque Legion was better compared to their Basque Legion. And with the correct investment, you can leave Sucker Punch from non-glasses King Gambit, which was pretty good. And if you see a black glasses King Gambit, you could just bring your Garchomp, your Charizard, and you should be fine, right? And probably be an adjustment for a game too. How do you feel the team, Mateo, in NAIC?
Honestly, it felt so strong. Like every game I played, it was like super winnable. I think it's just like obviously the matchup part of it, but like in terms of like variation from other team builds, the Scarf really put in a lot of work. Swords Dance, I think I only really like used it maybe 2 sets. I didn't click it
Mhm.
that much, but I think it was a really good like. I never missed Iron Head. I never needed low kick or anything. So like Swords Dance, I could just pressure a Swords Dance, and then like now they're just kind of like, fuck, I just died everything. I just died to a sucker before I moved now. Um, I think Jolly, because before we were adamant, I think the Jolly Sneasler was for me the biggest thing because I won, I think, a couple games just off of like outspeeding their Sneasler, and I have faster fake out and stuff. Or like I found was it Adamant Chomp one of my rounds with the soft sand, and he literally just did no damage the entire set. Like just sucker for.
Yeah, I was
Mhm.
running Adamant and it was okay. But I realized that Jolly was better. I was thinking between making it Jolly or making it just max attack Adamant, max
Mhm.
speed, like no bulk, because you could have combinations with Black Glasses King Gambit. You could Sucker Punch close combat
Mhm.
KO something, right? Because nobody's expecting a Sneasler to be that strong. I was
Absolutely.
debating between that or just Jolly, but no attack Sneasler felt didn't like. I don't know. It didn't feel that good at the moment, but in the tournament, it was fine. Like
Mhm.
Sneasler was still doing big damages with close combat. It was, whenever your Wincon was to hacks with Direct Claw, it was
Oh
doing
yeah,
that.
and it always hits too.
I think the only difference between our teams is the Sneasler set and the Garchomp set, which I remember I told you that I
Oh, it's
increased.
11-3. Actually, it is supposed to be. This is my
Yeah.
other computer, so I didn't change it on this one because we did it like
Okay.
I think the day before, right, or something. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
should actually be 11-3, and I could put it up here now
Yeah.
too. The only
Uh,
difference
and
though is the Sneasler.
Yeah, and it's 11-3. So if they super thank you, you activate your berry. We didn't realize that
Mm-hmm.
until we
We were
this
practicing
right.
with the rain matchup, and we were like, oh shit.
Yeah. And the Sneasler, I had no attack Sneasler,
Mm-hmm.
and it was 32 defense and 16 HP. But it overall almost the same bulk. I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember what those for attack. points are for. But yeah, it was funny. In couple sets, my Sneasler was at -2, and I close combat a Black Glasses King Gambit to survive with like 3 HP. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, maybe those
That's where
4
the 4
attack was
points. Yeah, that's where the 4 points matter.
maybe. But
Well, it
yeah,
really is just for better rolls, honestly, because there's some floettes where it's like a roll, so you're getting a higher threshold or instant as well. I mean, the defense, like I think everything that you're guaranteed to live is just like a 6% for me. So it's like kind of the same thing. And it's just like everything that I can KO, you can KO too. So it's like it's just
yeah.
marginal. It's a marginal
I feel
change.
like the bulk was required for sure. Like, you wanted to leave Stomping Tantrum or
Mm-hmm.
Earthquake from Garchomp's for sure. And the fact that it was Jolly meant that you could still get a close combat off into the Garchomp, even if it's like Scarf, or even if, like, say they match Tailwinds, and you don't activate your herb, so you could still get that close combat off before they KO you or something. So that's the only thing I didn't like about the Ant-Man, and I think the change was really good. Like, I felt really good with Jolly Sneasler.
Yeah, I second that. Anything about Zard or Wim? I think they felt pretty standard. I think 32 speed on the Zard felt really good. I outsped so many Pokemon that I really like. I never thought I would outspeed. Because I
Yeah,
guess they're going for
the
bulk.
sword speed is pretty good. It's mainly for Glimora and Kleavor, which by the time of the tournament they were gone. Like, not many
Yeah, I didn't
people were
pull any
using
either.
it. But it did help me versus Adamant Garchomps, for example. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you saw an Adamant Garchomp, it didn't make sense for them to go max speed because you're not speeding the Timid Fluids or the Jolly Garchomps anyway, so you might as well just invest that in bulk or attack. So yeah, I outsped a couple Adamant Garchomp, and it mattered because I was able to get the heat wave off
Mm-hmm.
before they attacked me. So that was
Yeah,
pretty
same here.
good.
I had the same interaction.
Yeah.
Um,
Then the King Gambit, we wanted to have it one speed only for Perish some shenanigans. If they are able to parting shot after you attack with King Gambit, they can bring the Gengar in the second turn of Perish, and that could cost you the game. And I saw a lot of people making, like, running the same King Gambit. They
mm-hmm.
were either doing 1 speed or 0 speed in the King Gambit, and that was pretty fine. It didn't come up in the tournament for me, at least, but I knew I could do it, which was
Mm-hmm.
good.
All right, I think we talked enough about the team. We can start talking about our runs. I finished 8-5 with 114th place, and you finished 44th, 9-4. So you had with a 66 point, basically
Yeah.
8.8 win rate or res. We could talk about yours first if you want.
Yeah,
Uh, y-
sure. Yeah, I'll try to be quick. But yeah, I think my run was really crazy. I started 5-0, and then I went 5-2, and I had to go with my win inning, which, happily wasn't that bad. I was a little nervous, but I was able to get a 2-0. And also the team for my win inning was a little weird. If you see, it's a Cerulege with Mega Dragonite with Frostlass.
so it's like
So it's
I
like,
went to Underhill's team, but with a Cerulege instead of
yeah. So, like, you want to bring Charizard, but then the Cerulege makes you not want to bring it. You want to bring Garchomp for the Dragonite, but the Frostlass makes you not want to bring it.
it's
So it
awkward.
was a little tricky. I remember game one, I was able to use Garchomp to KO Dragonite. My opponent noticed that in game two, and he protected his Dragonite, but I knew he was going to do that, so I target the other slot. And yeah, I mean, Garchomp did well. Sneasler, King Gambit did pretty well in my win inning. Um, then I guess, I'll go over real quick. I guess, round one was Lycanroc. My opponent was really confident. He told me he practiced so much, and I got scared. But it ended up working out. It was a game three set, and I played really well, I think, there. Round two, that team is a bad matchup, except for the Glimora, but the other mons are a bad matchup for our team.
Mm-hmm.
We went to a game three where he went for Tailwind mode game one and game two. I beat him game two, and game three he went for Trick Room mode, and that's when the luck saved me because I got a rock slide off into that for a giraffe and it
And
flinched
it
it.
flinched on the trick room.
And
Oh,
yeah, and it was not able to get trick room up because of the flinch, and then that turn after I just weather ball and it just
mm-hmm.
and I just killed the furry giraffe. If he gets trick room up, it would have been tricky. I think the game is not over, but it would have been tricky for sure. And he finished 10-3. I was
Yeah.
surprised. His team, that team was really good call for the tournament for sure. He played really well. Without the flinch, I think he probably could have won, but who knows? um, round three, Charizard X. Round three, we had an end game, Charizard-Y versus Charizard X at 10%. And he Flirt Blitz. He was +1. He went Flirt Blitz in Song. My Charizard survived with nothing, almost nothing, and I was able to win that in game three as well. And then Taller Web. Taller Web is a tough opponent. He's really good. He's a senior world champion. And but that said, I won very convincingly, so I felt really good after that set. Then Agati, that was a side stream match, and it went to game three. And game three, I Dark Claw sleep his Gengar in like turn three or something, and then towards the end game, he Dire Claw sleeps my Garchomp. So I thought I lost, and I also thought it was fair because I did sleep him
Yeah,
first.
right.
But my Garchomp did wake up turn one, and that gave me the game. It still went down. It was nail biting because I needed to connect Heat Wave. He stole my song, so I needed to connect Heat Wave to win, and happily I did. So that was fine. Then Poke Alex, strong player,
Mm-hmm.
and as I said before, that team is a bad matchup for us. And not only was a bad matchup, but he played perfect. He's so good. My win con was to Rock Slide flinch his Sylveon. He didn't let me do that. He went quick attack twice and
Wow.
killed my Garchomp. My Garchomp was 30%.
Okay,
But like, so
so
he was 80% Sylveon and my Garchomp was 30%. So I was like, I'm gonna go for Rock Slide and then Earthquake, right? I need to get the flinch, but he didn't let me do that. He went quick attack and he kind of risked everything, I guess, into an Earthquake high roll, but he played perfect. And yeah. Then Adrian Harley, he he's from England too. He's pretty good.
mm-hmm.
I risked everything in game two, thinking that he was gonna respect my Sucker Punch at +2. He didn't. He just went for Rock Slide and killed my Charizard and Loki killed my King Gambit. So yeah, that he beat me in that game too. Game one he beat me pretty convincingly though. I already talked about my winning.
I
And
can talk
round
about
nine
day
we
two.
play in day
Yeah.
one. Round nine we play in day one, and they play really good. That was one of my most exciting games because I won in game three with my King Gambit at 1% health and with 2 seconds of my timer because they encored my King Gambit to Sucker Punch and they stole all my Sucker Punch. Like they were counting. And I could see they were counting and they had the correct they counted correctly. So I was pretty nervous. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, they actually know how many Sucker Punches I have left. So and also I think I burned their Aerodactyl, and without that I don't know if I win. Or maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I would have to not get flinch one
Mm-hmm.
time, but because they got burned, I only needed to just get a double protect or a triple protect, and that was even if I don't get it, as long as I don't die from rock slide burn rock slide, I was fine.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Then Brendan Sang, he played really good. He did connect all. He connected about 5 out of 6 sleep powders, and it was tough. Yeah, well, the Venusaur
Yes.
connecting all the sleep powders is hard. It went to a game three, and in game three, if he doesn't connect the sleep powder, I win because I targeted correctly. I targeted the Venusaur instead of the Charizard. He protected the Charizard with for a sleep powder, and I could have won if I woke up turn one, but I didn't. So it is what it is. That team is very annoying for sure, especially with the Venusaur. But
Yeah, it is.
yeah, after that I was X3, so I had no chance to cut. So the games after, I tried to play the best I could. Then I played Leonard Craft. He was running the Lycanroc team, and compared to my round one opponent, he played it really good. Um, in game one, I got unlucky because he went Aqua Jet Sucker Punch into my sword, and the Sucker Punch crit, and my sword died.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he went for a good play because I had Sword Garchomp versus Lycanroc and I'm sorry, versus
Basculegion, King
Legion
Gambit.
and King Gambit. My Garchomp was at 30%, so I protected Garchomp and attack with Charizard,
Yeah, so
and he doubled the Charizard. So without the Aqua Jet chip, I don't think he kills even with the crit. So it was a good play from him. But without the crit, I KO both. I probably KO the Basculegion, and then my Garchomp would have killed his King Gambit. So uh, it is what it is. Game two, I thought he was gonna make a play, and I made for a hard read, but he made a different play, so it didn't work out. Yeah, it's the Lycanroc team. He had Super Fang on the
yeah, wait,
Escavalian
what
that
the? That's
he never
crazy.
used it, but I did notice that.
I didn't even know he had that. I've never seen that. That's crazy. I was like, is that a typo?
No,
Wow, okay.
that team is very oppressive. You play that too,
Yeah, I did
right?
play. It was Zach, yeah. That was the only
Yeah,
time I played it.
yeah.
Um,
Then Arthur, yeah, until then, like almost all my matches were like really top players, and Arthur played well too. But in game one, I remember he spammed blind hypnosis, and he got it like probably 4 out of 5 times.
oh,
Probably
okay.
missed one, and that made game one. I also made a mistake. I think I didn't target the Charizard when I could, the Charizard X when I could, and but yeah, I mean, it was a game three set. Game three was a little bit easier, I would say, because I just spam attacks into the Charizard, and it worked out. And yeah, I won convincingly. I think versus that team. He brought all the mons except
Everyone.
for I think in our set. So
And he
yeah,
Omega the Charizard? Or
yeah.
did you
Game one he brought Zard. He mega the Zard, and he went like Zard, Milo, Ninetales, Insing. And in game two, he mega the Venusaur,
Venusaur, okay.
and that game I won. And in game three, he went for Zar, Milo, Ninetales, and King Gambit. The
Okay.
King Gambit adjustment was pretty good on his end, but I don't remember exactly what happened, but I was able to win convincingly that game three. The last
That's
one was
good.
Kyle Livinghouse. That's a weird team for
Yeah, this team
sure.
is
I didn't know how to play it, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go fake out for Zens and see what happens.
and it works.
And it worked. I mean, he went Garchomp's hard, and I'm like, okay, I'm not in a good spot. But I was like, I have to fake out the Zard and Source Dance, and he went Earthquake. So Sneasler Leaf, King Gambit was like 20, 30%, 40% maybe. Like, of course, dying to another Earthquake. I swapped Sneasler for my Charizard because he's locked into Earthquake. He attacked with both. So I was like, okay, he might just want to attack with Zard, but what if he doesn't, right? I just lose my King Gambit and for no reason. So I'm just gonna target the Garchomp and get damage of the Garchomp. Maybe he misses Heat Wave. I don't know, right? And the Sucker Punch KO surprisingly, because Garchomp normally survives that with like
Yeah.
11. That, like our spread survives that 93% of the times. So his Garchomp didn't survive, and his Charizard protected. So from there, I gain a huge
Okay.
advantage. 'Cause then he couldn't do anything. Then I just suckered his Charizard and stuff. Game two, he went Spatra Charizard versus I swapped to Charizard Sneasler, and because I thought he was gonna bring his King Gambit, but he didn't. He went Spatra Charizard, and I immediately realized, okay, he has Lumina Crush Heatwave into my Charizard, and that's gonna hurt anyways, even though I resisted. So he might want to do that, right? So I just attacked with Sneasler. And even though he could have just killed me with Lumina Crush, and he did that into my sword. But I missed Hit Wave into the Spatra. So I was like, okay. So I had
Oh.
my sword at 10%, my Sneasler at full health. Oh no, no. I think he Heat Wave my Sneasler, so I was like 20%. And then his Spatra was poisoned at 40% and his sword was like at 80%. So I'm like, okay, he probably wants to target my Sneasler now, right? Because I've been playing reckless with it. So I protected Sneasler, he targeted my Sneasler, and I was able to hit the heat wave this time. And that's how I got rid of this Patra. And from there, I don't remember what else happened, but I played better. And before the game ended, he just forfeited and he told me I play better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was it. That was the end of the run. Happily, I was able to squeeze a top 64. I wish I could have made top 8. That would have given me like a good chance to qualify for Worlds. But now that I think about it, I probably would have needed top 4 out
Oh,
of
so
invite. But yeah. I mean, hey, 3 majors is really hard to qualify. So
yeah.
maybe if I would have had LAIC and Orlando, um, I would have had better chances. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Next season for sure, I'll try my best to qualify.
That's great. I guess we could talk about my run a little bit.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
so this is the caster Jake Mueller.
Yeah.
So in this set, game 1, he just brought like the standard Floette. Like, I think he had, I want to say he didn't bring Sneasler game 1 because I figured we found out game 2 that his Sneasler was like max speed. So he just kept faking at my Sneasler, and I kind of was just like in a shit position. From that game on, if I had Sneasler on the board with it. So I think he probably did bring like Bascu in the back or something.
But like, did he go Floed mode or King Gambit mode?
The Floette mode. And then game 2, he switched to, I think he was still in the Floette mode with the Sneasler. And then he realized, oh, my fake out's faster. And then he beat me like 3 times in a speed tie, or if there was one. So then he figured out, and I figured out as well. I was like, okay, he's faster. So I lose game 2, and then game 3 he goes to King Gambit mode, and I kind of like, I played I tried to play my outs, but I lost my Basque Legion too fast, and like, yeah, he just got +2 swords dance. I was supposed to pivot out somewhere in the first couple turns after he set up, but I just kept attacking. I was like, this is kind of chopped.
Yeah,
But
King Gambit
mm-hmm.
is really hard. Like, the setup King Gambit is really hard for our team. So the only way we can deal with it is to just don't let it set up for free. And if you know they're gonna set up, try to position your board, because that's what Agati did versus me. Like, he wanted to position his King Gambit, but I kept spamming close combat into the King Gambit, so he had to protect or fake me out. And if I knew he was gonna fake me out next, I would have swapped the other slot to Charizard. So the next turn, he can only sucker punch my Sneasler or my Charizard, but that King Gambit's gone. We just trade 1 mon, but a King Gambit can't get more than 1 KO.
Yeah. So I got rolled that game. And then I'm like, okay. Like, he played well as well. Like I think everyone else who played, yeah. So we played the Delphox Floette, and this game was pretty easy. I think I 4-0'd him twice. It was just like our lines, like we have a document right here. And actually, I don't think we did a line into this team, funny enough, did we? I don't think we did.
We have lines for the Sejun team.
The Sejun. I pulled. I think I pulled the other versions. But yeah.
Yeah.
I just let.
Zard.
Yeah, I just let Zard Bascu. I did a Sneasler one too. Sneasler. I think Bascu I also led or something. It was very easy. I just kept doing damage and you couldn't really do anything. That's why the Scarf is just so good, because like, even if Delphox like threatens the Sneasler, I could just one shot it, and like, I actually, what's crazy is at -1 Bascu Wave Crash killed it, and I was like, okay, that's kind of crazy. From full.
Yeah, Delphox stats are not the best in the defense side.
After that, I played a Japanese player. This guy was super freaking cracked, bro. This guy was so good, and I'm like, game 1, Yoshimasa Hayakasa Kawa. I can't speak Japanese.
Maybe look him up and see.
Maybe. I asked him if he went to. I don't know if he understood, but I asked him if he went to Japan Nats, and he said no.
Okay.
Well, it's just the run. Whoops.
All right.
It's fine. I don't think he's like a super crazy player, but he played really good in their set with me. Game 2, he went. I beat him game 1. I forgot what I brought. Just what's the line? I just did the lines on the sheet. Honestly, I just memorized all the lines before the tournament, bro. Big 6. Now that tournament's over, I forget. Yeah, it was just I just led these guys with I think King Gambit in the back, or maybe it was Bascu. It was one of those two.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
then I did.
So the idea is to lead Sneasler with Sword, and they always lead Whimsicott with another mon, right? So depending on the board, you want to bait the fake out, swap your Whimsicott, and Heat Wave, right? If they don't protect with Whimsicott, at least you break the sash and you have immediate Tailwind. That way you stagger the Tailwind one turn every single time. And then based on, like, for example, into that team, I would have brought Sword, Sneasler, Whimsicott, and Basque Legion. I think they would have been really good.
I think it was Basque Legion. Now I look at the team. I don't know why I would have been.
If they don't have King Gambit, Basque Legion is really good.
Basque Legion was on there.
So, yeah, is that what you did? Or
yeah, that's definitely what I did. That's definitely what I did. Game 1, I did that and I won, and like he really couldn't do anything. And then game 2, he led, like Chomp and Zard, and I forgot what he did. He just like clicked like Earthquake and Heat Wave, and I run it Bascu, and I don't know what happened after that. I just took like a shit ton of damage. And he didn't even bring his whim. He didn't even bring his whim after that. I was like, what the heck? Well, not after that. In that game, because we both bring it in game 3 again. And then it literally just comes down to like who positions their whim better, and I just keep pivoting my whim on his Dragon Claws, and the main defining turn of the game, it's my Garchomp. I think he's in Tailwind too, so I'm like, fuck, bro, how do I get out of this? And I protect the Garchomp. He doubles it, and then I attack with the Garchomp, and I switch in on Whim on the other Pokemon. I think it was like Sneasler or something. And I was like low, so I think he wanted to secure the kill on it. So he attacks the Whimsicott with Dragon Claw, and I won the game.
Okay, he thought you were gonna swap your Garchomp for Whimsicott.
Yes. So then he targeted the other slot.
Hey, nice play.
And he told me after the game, he was like, bro, that was a crazy switch. And then I Tailwind the turn after.
Yeah.
So after that, I played Rain. This game was unwinnable. This game was actually unwinnable.
We practiced that one, right? Remember?
Yeah, we practiced this, dude. I had a line. The line was so free, and I just got RNG'd. Like, so I did Wave Crash, Dragon Claw, and Rock Slide into the Dragonite, and it lived at like 1 HP, bro. So I had to do like 2 minerals, and I asked the guy, are you bulky Dragonite? He's like, no, I'm just like 1/1, bro. So I'm like, okay, I had to be like 2 minerals.
Wow. It's also timid. You might, if they might not have any attack. Like at that point, I don't think you kill Garchomps with Dragon Pulse.
It's a roll. Like, it's a roll because he did one-shot me. And it's a roll. I think it's like 60 or 40%. I could check right now.
This is still crazy, right? Because in our practice games, the D-Knight will always die to like Wave Crash Dragon Claw, something like that. But yeah, D-Knight is annoying. You have to kill with Garchomp. You don't have another mon unless you have boosted
60% roll. He crits me game 1, so I don't even know if it was a roll or not. And then game 2, that's when he lived on the Dragonite, and I just bring in Gambit, I Sucker Punch, and then I'm like, okay, he brings in his Pelipper, and I'm just like he trades damage with whatever. I think it was who did I bring? Fuck. Who is it? Chomp and
it's Chomp, Gambit, Sneasler, I think. We practiced that a few times, but probably towards the end.
Oh, it was Bascu. So Bascu died. To like a hurricane or something. And on I'm like, okay, so it's Pelipper and Bascu versus King Gambit and Charizard. Like, I'm just gonna set up Sun and Sucker Punch the Bascu and, or I could Kotal or whatever, it doesn't matter. I think I did click Sucker. And I set up Sun, he Weather Balls the King Gambit. Or actually, I Kotal'd, because that's how I moved first. And he crits my King Gambit when he's bold, and it's 100% a roll. And then he does it again in game 2, so I'm like, okay, whatever, bro. So
and
I was
he killed again.
He crit again, yeah. He crit twice. And then he also crit my Garchomp, and then I didn't kill Dragonite. And I'm like, I literally said, I wasn't supposed to win this game, bro. I wasn't supposed to win. So I was like, whatever. I'm 2-2, and this is my first, like, day 2. So I had not gone day 2 before this, and I'm just thinking, bro, I'm gonna fucking, like, not day 2 this, bro. I'm just gonna play, like, my best, and, like, hopefully, like, we'll see what happens. And somehow I lock in and just, like, win 5 in a row, 4 in a row. Or actually, yeah, 5 in a row. I mean, this game was easy. I think I just turned my brain off these 2 sets. This set, this is a bad matchup for us, right?
Yeah.
And game 1, he has Arrow, and it's in the back with something else. I think it was Garchomp. And I'm like, I have no way to win this, bro. Like, it's over. It's Garchomp Sneasler on my side. And I'm on Burden Boost, so I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna click Dire Claw and see what happens. I Dire Claw the Arrow and I click Rock Slide. I para the Arrow and I hit a double flinch and I win the game. I'm like, there's no fucking way that happened, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
And then game. And then game 2, I just I 4-0'd him because he didn't bring Arrow, and I don't know, he just didn't bring Frig either of the games. So I was like, okay, I'll take the win.
That's crazy. I think you're supposed to always bring Arrow.
Yeah, he definitely was, but that's why I 4-0'd him. And the other game was so close. Like, Arrow was so annoying, and Frig too. I think the Frig would be so, like, annoying, but he just never brought it.
Yeah.
And then we played this guy.
That's your best friend, right?
My best friend. He actually played very, very well. Game 1, he demolished me because the King Gambit is really hard to deal with. And then I kind of adjusted. I figured out, okay, I wish I might grab my notebook just to see my line, actually. Let me do that, and I'll cut this.
All right. Yeah, that team, normally we're fine versus, but the fact that they have King Gambit just flips the matchup, because our way to get rid of Delphox is with Basculegion. Scarf, they bring the Black Glasses King Gambit, then it's awkward, right? If we lose Basculegion before we get rid of their Delphox, we lose. So in that turn that they can sucker punch us, we want to swap Basculegion, but if they don't sucker punch and they Swords Dance, then we lose. So it's really very tricky for us, that matchup, with King Gambit, because of the King Gambit.
Oh my god, bro. Well, I led Basculegion Sneasler game 1, and I just never wrote anything else because I was so locked in. I wrote
that's a good lead, because that covers the King Gambit lead too. Like, but our Sneasler beats King Gambit and Basculegion beats their Delphox. So it's a very flexible lead to see what they... If they bring Sinistcha immediately, we flip turn into Charizard, and then we have a good board.
Yeah, I brought the Bass Sneasler, Charizard, and King Gambit. And
the King Gambit's good.
He positioned his Sinistcha very well. In games 1 and games 1, 2, even 3. But I'll be honest, 3 he got kind of lucky. But yeah, like, the Gambit was hard to deal with the Delphox, especially since, like, everyone else I played, like, they kind of, like, threw their Delphox out there and they just, like, didn't really care. So this is, like, the first time of the tournament where someone was, like, actually, like, respecting my Pokemon. So in game 3, I get in a position where I get rid of his King Gambit as fast as possible, with, like, Heat Wave from Charizard, and I think I pin it with something else. I think I actually covered a switch, and I just take out the King Gambit before he attacks. And the Cine comes in, and he lives actually, I think he made an instant game 3 as well, game 4, actually, now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, you said that his Cine lived, and it's calm.
It's calm. I think he's, like, calm max or something close to that. Like, he has to have a lot of special investment. He lived the Heat Wave from our Charizard in the sun. So I when I saw that, I was like, fuck, I just lose here. And I have Sneasler and King Gambit in the back. I just lost my first Pokemon. I think it was the Bascu. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. He wants to protect on the fake out because it's 1 HP Cine and Delphox got a nasty plot boost. And he doesn't want to like and he, by the way, our Charizard's the GOAT. He lived +2 Psyshock from the Delphox. That's how I even got to this position.
That's the best spread.
Exactly. And the Charizard lived at like 1 HP. So I'm like, okay, how the fuck do I win this? I close combat my own Charizard and then proc my own Burden boost, switch in Gambit, so now I'm pressuring Sucker Punch. And the obvious play is to just protect the Gambit and Dire Claw the Cine and just hope that he doesn't hit the double. And I decided, you know what, he's gonna go for the double. I'm just gonna Sucker Punch, and I hit it, and then that was the end of the set. And we both shook hands, and we both were very kind to each other.
That's a good story.
And we're friends. And then we have Tate Mac, and this was a very like good matchup, I think, for us, because we just bring Sneasler Bascu again, right? Is that just it? And then we just kind of just play the game.
We just attack the card.
Yeah, we just attack.
Yeah, it's the same as King Gambit, you know. We just want Zard off the field as soon as possible, because otherwise it'll pick up 2 or 3 KOs, and that's not good for us. We want to trade Zard for 1 Mon, and that's it. You know, that's all we want.
And then he adjusts by bringing Milo game 2, and I'll be honest, and Milo was really annoying. He hit the Hypnosis like 3 times.
Milo is annoying, but its power is lackluster too.
I was gonna say, like, it literally just did nothing besides put my Pokemon to sleep. Like, it was clicking Muddy Water for like nothing in the sun, and then like I just like one shot it with Solar Beam and it was just off the board. So yeah, and like I think he actually protected the Zard pretty well as well. Like he wouldn't give me any like damage on it until like he just like had it in the back at the end game, and like what are you gonna do against like 3 Pokemon and versus a Charizard?
Yeah,
but it was just pretty easy to pilot against this team. Like we did the matchup.
It's tricky for them too, you know, because like because we do a Sneasler Bascu, we could just like if we close combat the Zard, we're already faster than the Zard, and like we can hit it again. I always go Dark Claw first in case we get like a pair or something. That could win us the game immediately. Because say they don't Mega and you go close combat, then
it's resisted, right? Exactly.
So I always go Dark Claw first, but yeah. And we could flip turn, if they Dragon Dance, we could flip turn, bring Whimsicott, and then they're in a really bad spot. Like they are pretty much lost a turn already. So yeah, I mean it's tricky for them too with the Zard, but we still had to play well for sure. Yeah,
and he's have Trick Room, which actually was really hard to deal with for a minute because his Zard is like underspeeding all of our Pokemon. But he's not getting any like damage boost because I killed his Sneasler pretty fast. So he had no way to buff his damage, and he was just kind of like, I didn't have Zard in the field at that point, so he was just clicking Dragon Claws and Flare Blades, and I was just pivoting in Whim and then pivoting it out to like Zard and then pivoting it back into Whim, and he's just like, what like what can he do? In the end game, literally I had Whim in the back and I just encore the Dragon Claw because it's Bascu Whim and he has to get rid of the Bascu somehow.
Right.
So
that's pretty smart.
Yeah, I think it's just a good matchup for us. Then the last game of day 1 in phase 2, I played against another Delphox team. This is our 3rd one. With the Palafin, and
you hit your matchups, huh?
Exactly.
I didn't play any Delphox. I don't think.
That's all I played, bro. That's all I played.
That's fun.
Luckily, it wasn't Calm Sinistra, so I one-shot it. It was Adamant Sneasler, so I had a better matchup into the Sneasler. Modest Flat, so I also guarantee like, I mean, it doesn't really matter because I was outspinning it anyway. But my Garchomp can outspeed it, guaranteed. I don't even know if I brought the Garchomp. That's that.
Yeah, that team seems easier than the other one.
It was.
The other one had Calm, Sinistra, a few surprises, huh?
King Gambit. I think the King Gambit's better than the. I think the Palafin put a little bit of work because I didn't respect the Palafin game 2, and it just kind of like clicked 2 bulk ups, and I was like, oh well, GG.
Yeah, you wanna ignore the Palafin because if you attack it, it's just gonna recover health. And then with whatever mon you have left, you wanna kill it.
Yeah, and then game 3, I just kind of got rid of the pallet fin once he got back on from 0 to hero. Like I just doubled it and it died, and I was like, okay, we're good. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
Okay. I mean, that works too.
Because like the game before, he just could bulk up, and then he was like, he would like live like just crazy shit. Like I would like use 3 attacks and it would still, you know. But like I just put Sun on the board and the damage wasn't that crazy. Like as long as he doesn't
with Solar Beam and something else.
Yeah, I just wanted to get out. Well, if I was doing Solar Beam, it would just be 1, and then the other like my Sneasler would attack something else, just because I know Solar Beam would just pick up, and if not, it just chips the like everything else. It chips everything else. But yeah, it was a good game. Then I my first loss of day 2, and this is what knocked me out of cut.
I think I played him before in Reg Age. He was pretty good.
Yeah, he was very good.
Yeah,
it was a good set. I'll be honest, the Sharpie Corv was really like annoying.
And if I remember correctly, he also ran Swords Dance Excadrill in Reg Age.
Oh, so this is
a fan.
Okay, so he knows how to use the Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the biggest MVP of the set was probably the Scovillain, bro. Like, it's just so hard to deal with it with a T-Tar and like Excadrill and like a Rotom, or like he brought all 6 of his Pokemon in this set. Actually, maybe he might not. No, he did bring Excadrill game 1. But he brought he went to a 3-game set, so he brought all 6. And game 3, I'm in a position where I have Sneasler and Bascu. He double protects, obviously. So I switch out my Bascu for Whim, and I'm like, okay. Actually, he didn't double protect because he had Whimsicott. He could Trick Room protect. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that because I'm just gonna Encore the Mimikyu or force it out so I could just double the T-Tar. So the next turn I click Close Combat plus Moonblast into the T-Tar, and he gets the double protect, and I was like, dude, you just click protect, bro? Fuck, I lost. He's like, bro, I meant to switch out, and I just timed out, and it clicked protect for me. So I'm like, okay, bro, you got it.
Did you do anything with Mimikyu though that turn?
What do you mean?
So like he Trick Room and protected T-Tar, right?
Yeah.
And the next turn he double protect with T-Tar and he got it. But what did he do with Mimikyu?
Oh, he's just switched out. He just switched out.
Oh,
he went to
so he meant to double switch.
Yeah, that's what he meant to do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it worked out for him.
Yeah, it did. I was like, oh, it worked out for you, right? So I mean, it was a good set. So like, I'm not mad about it at all. And I'm like, okay, like there's always that option of like he could just protect and I lose the game, right?
Yeah, from what I remember from him, he was really good. I was only able to win because he tried to hard read something in game 3 and he didn't get it. So, but overall, he was really good.
Yeah, and his Rotom, bro, his Rotom is timid, and it's slower than our Basculegion. So, I'm like, I see timid Scarf Rotom, and I'm thinking,
it was
okay,
slower than Bascu?
It was slower.
What? Why?
I don't know. And I was spending me in Trick Room, and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought I got the kill on it, and he Volt Switches out, and I'm like, wait, what? I wrote it down and everything. I was like, there's no way that happened. And then more Floette. This is probably the best Floette player I played because he actually he was just cycling in his fake out like perfectly every turn. It was hard to make like specific calls because like I could attack it, he protects, or I can attack, he could fake me out, or like he could just swap into the Sneasler and I click like Close Combat and now it's resisted, right? So
I assume he brought the King Gambit mode, right?
Yeah. I think he had I want to say he brought Cine as well in the game.
Yeah. Incini, King Gambit.
Incini, actually no, he brought the Floette mode actually. But I think he had King Gambit one of the games. And I just killed it and I think it disincentivized him.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think the
Floette he brought Gambit game 1. He brought Gambit game 1 and I won like 4-0. And I'm like, okay, like this is easy. And then he brings Floette and then just like he just played perfectly with the fake outs. And then game 3 I adjusted. I realized, okay, he wants to keep cycling his fake out. So like if I can guarantee and get a pin on like the instant or the Sneasler, like I'll just go like what is it called? Bascu Sneasler. And I just Close Combat Wave Crash. And like he could just pivot out and he's at 1 HP and then I just click Wave Crash again and I Dire Claw the Floette or whatever, right? So I'm not really worried. And he protected the Floette as well, so I just needed to get rid of like one of the fake outs so that he doesn't have to keep playing mind games. I think he had City in the back the other 2 games. So I think funny enough, the Gambit would have been more problematic, I think, but because
I get a source and stuff, and it's hard.
Yeah, but I think I just got like I really just disincentivized him. I think he was like, okay, maybe it's not good into this matchup, and in reality, it kind of was. So funny story, I was watching the stream of round 11, and I'm talking to Zach. I'm like, hey, bro, like, what are you using? Like, yeah, how you doing? Stuff like that. He's like, yeah, I'm playing like Lycanroc. I'm like, oh shit, I don't have a good matchup into that. And then we look at the phone, the pairings are up, and we're playing each other. So I'm like, fuck, bro. And dude, I almost beat him, bro. It was so close.
They went to game 3, right?
Technically, I think I probably should have beat him because
Remember went to game 3, right?
Yeah, I went to game 3, and I think I had the win. I think I was supposed to protect the Zard. Because he has King Gambit Bascu in the back, the Citrus Basque, and I have Zard. I think he hits Aqua Jet Sucker, right? But I'm at full HP, so there's always like the chance that he just crits or something.
With King Gambit?
Yeah, in the back. And I had Garchomp, Charizard, and I want to say my own Bascu, but I might have had King Gambit. It was one of those 2 because I brought those 4, and actually no, because I brought the Sneasler. Hold on.
Yeah, versus
okay, so we're supposed to always bring the Sneasler and always bring the Basque, so it was the Basque Legion in the back.
The Sneasler, Basque, Charizard. No, actually, Charizard could or could not come in. It really depends, you know.
I brought it game 1, and then I didn't bring it game 2. I lost, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring it back. Because he brought the Skull mode, and I was like, I need a way to damage it. Like, 'cause I could get rid of the Lycanroc. I just want to have it in the back, so like, I can just kind of like clean up from there, right?
Yeah, Garchomp is pretty good there, but if they bring Frostlass, it's awkward.
Yeah. So game 1, I hit the sleep with the Sneasler and Zard lead. He led Frostlass and Lycanroc, and I fake out the Lycanroc and do he double protects. I'm like, whatever. I switch out into Bascu on my Zard turn 1, and I hit the Dire Claw into Frostlass on the Aurora Veil, and I sleep him. And then I kill it the next turn. He was like, fuck, bro. And then game 2, he brings Skull, and dude, that shit is just so fucking hard with the Lycanroc and shit. It's so hard to fucking deal with. So I'm like, okay, maybe he thinks I don't bring Zard. I'm gonna bring it back. And like, honestly, he did better in game 1. Like game 2, like I felt like I kind of wanted Zard. And he brings Frostlass again, and I kill a Frostlass. I think I killed a Frostlass with like Wave Crash and Dire Claw or something like crazy, or like I chunked him with the Wave Crash. Yeah,
right. So yeah, you had to go for the Frostlass.
Yeah, so I doubled the Frostlass. I got rid of it fast, and then it was a Lycanroc, Bascu, and King Gambit. And he just has Lycanroc and Bascu, so I pivot out the, I think the Sneasler I pivot out, or I sack the Sneasler. I think he Wave Crashed, so I think I sack my Sneasler, and I go into Garchomp. And I just, like, Earthquake, the Lycanroc, and, I think I pivot out my Basque into Charizard that turn. And, yeah, I don't get Rock Slided or anything.
Maybe you had to attack with Bascu, because... Like, if that happened to me with Leonard, was it? No, it was Agati.
No, I'm sorry. I lied. I'm so sorry. I lied. That's not what happened. Because I'm trying to remember what happened. Because Bascu was on the board. I think he might have just died. And then but I have it in the back. What the fuck, bro? I hate... I don't know how you can remember these games so well, bro. Like, after the game, I just, like, it leaves my memory.
Yeah, the ones that I lose are the ones that I remember the most, because I'm like, I keep thinking about that.
Yeah, you know what's funny is me too. Like, but I don't know how I just forget. Like,
remember the 50-50 that you lost.
I do. I do remember the 50-50 because it's Zard enter the field. Lycanroc broke Sash. I have Chomp, and he has Basque Legion, and he has King Gambit in the back. And I have Earthquake Protect. I have Earthquake Protect. My Garchomp's faster than his Lycanroc. I just win. But I'm thinking, and I think he protected the turn before too, so I think it was a guaranteed win. And I'm just like, I got greedy, and I was like, he's gonna expect me to like protect or pivot out, so he's gonna like close combat like last respects my my Garchomp. And I'm like, I just forget, like my brain cells die, and I just forget that I'm faster than his Lycanroc, so he can't even do that. So his best play is literally just to click Accel Rock every time. And I just didn't think about that. Like I literally just like my brain just left my body, and I lost the game.
But is Vasco low health or?
Bascu, no, he was full. He was full.
Okay. I wonder if was your Garchomp chipped?
No, the Garchomp just got in the field.
So you would have survived the last respects then. So yeah, your play was protect Earthquake.
I might have been chipped anyway, because the last respects did pick up after I killed the Lycanroc.
It didn't?
It did.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So then what? Your Charizard was full health?
It just died to the Accel Rock, and then I'd lose.
No, like if you protected, was it full health?
Yeah, it was full health. Yeah, so I think I just would have been fine.
You would have won.
Yeah, I know.
But
he has King Gambit in the back though, and I have.
It's a 50 because you bring Bascu. You have Bascu and Charizard full health, versus his Bascu and King Gambit full health. So your best play is to Solar Beam the Bascu, and then Heat Wave the King Gambit, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
It's tricky. It's tricky anyways, actually. Because he could protect, sucker the Bascu, and then sucker your Charizard and like respect, something like that. But
I would have been in a big... Yeah, I think like that turn I just always protect because the Accel Rock is his best play. Like there's no reason for him
not to... after that you lost, for sure. Because then he has sucker into the Bascu and...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a good set though. I played really well, I thought. I played really well. I think it was just the last blunder in game 3. And then my last round I played this team Vivillon with the Gengar. And games 1 and 2, he just like attacked with the Gengar and stuff. Like he was like he would like protect, disable, like he wouldn't even click Perish for like a minute. And I'm like, okay, like I could just attack his fucking Gengar, bro. And like it was just so weird because like in game 3 he plays like you know, like the line, like he plays like Rage Powder, Perish, or whatever, like Fake Out. I think he had Instant that time, or something, like Perish. Mm-hmm. It was just so annoying, bro. It's so annoying because like you think that they're gonna play like, you know, linear, and then they don't, and then it's just like, what the fuck is happening, bro? Game 1 I win, and then game 2, well, game 1 I one-shot the Pelly with the Politoed with the last respects +2, and then game 2 he lives at 1. And I could have just won off the spot if I just targeted my own Zard, because like obviously you're protect on the turn after Perish, right? But there's a time where he didn't even protect after Perish, so I'm just like, does he not? So I'm just gonna double it in case, and then he lives the Weather Ball plus last respects +2. So I'm like, okay, like I just lose.
Maybe he thought it was too obvious, or maybe since he didn't have a chance to cut, he was like, whatever.
No, I think he was trying. Like he was like locked in. Okay. But it was like weird plays, and it kind of got to me. I'm like, okay, like what is he gonna do? I have no idea. So like I'm making good calls, and I'm like winning out. Like the whole game plan is like, I know my Sneasel and my King Gambit are just gonna die because he's just gonna like do whatever bullshit, right, with the Gengar. So I'm just gonna put him in range of last respects and stuff. So like I break the sash on the Vivillon. I do like chip damage into like, I try to kill the Gengar, but it's just like calls every time.
Did he ever brought Sylveon?
No, it was always it was always Vivillon, Gengar, Archaludon, Politoed, and then the last game he brought Instant, which actually helped him a lot.
I wonder if Garchomp would have been better, because that's why I dropped Vivillon, because all the Garchomps were jolly and they will Rock Slide me, and I will get flinch. So at least pressure it, right? So like Basculegion Garchomp would have been fine into Gengar. Vivillon, you could have Rock Slide last respects the Gengar, predicting that they wanna protect the Vivillon, or like even flip turn the Gengar and Rock Slide would have been fine, because they probably want to protect Vivillon, Shadow Ball your Basculegion. But yeah, I mean, it's that team was definitely not in the list of teams to beat for NAIC, so it's hard to know within a minute what exactly to do and what could work or not, you know.
Even still, I think I was in like the mental of like the day's almost over. Like I already hit my goal of day 2. Like I think I was kind of like checked out a little bit as well. Like I didn't make any adjustments in all 3 games. I just played the exact same, and I was like, it's gonna work out. I'm just gonna like play better, and I didn't. So,
yeah, I mean, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And you got a double too. You got a couple of double protects as well. So it's like, okay, like there's a little bit of leeway in the matchup. I think I probably had a better matchup than I think. I think it's just the team is just like the Vivillon kind of makes it a little bit harder to deal with than it would like with like a Tinkaton or whatever the fuck. Yeah, and that was our runs. I don't think we need to go over the doc, but we were just planning
but
some popular matchups.
we could have spent more time on it for sure, but we were running out of time. Like I believe in the NAIC where like the time to prep for them went really fast. Like you will wake up one day and it's like a week away, and then the next day it's just you know tomorrow. So it's like we had little prep, and I think most competitors had little prep into this. So yeah, we tried to fill everything out. Like we had really good matchups. Like for example, the Babylon Blastoise team is a very good matchup. The Delphox one is a good matchup. The Sand, I want to say, is a good matchup too. Big Six, good matchup. Rain, good matchup. So the team felt really strong overall. So I'm happy with it. Maybe for next tournaments we could bring more spice, but we'll see.
More spice. Maybe spend more time on it, right? And flesh it out. Because I only picked the team up like the Sunday before the tournament, right? Or something. The Saturday before the tournament. So not very much time. But I thought the team was just like so strong until like it was good back then. And honestly, with MB, we know what's coming. I don't think much is gonna be changing, honestly. I think Metagross is gonna change some things up. I think.
I'm really excited for Staraptor.
I was gonna say Staraptor seems really good actually. Because you get Intimidate
and on my win worlds.
Like, it's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, and then they give Scrafty double Intimidate, and they get rid of Parting Shot.
Yeah, I don't think that Monk is gonna work out. No. Honestly. Like I don't think you want to use your Mega as a supportive element, so you want your Mega to do less damage. Yeah, I guess Escavalier is an exception, but at the same time, it gets like Leech Seed and stuff like that. So like it can 1v1 other mons. But Scrafty, I don't think it can, and without Parting Shot, it's like very underwhelming. So
true. Well, thank you, Daniel, for including me, and thank you for joining and doing the team report.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, bro. All right, guys. Outro. If you guys like this video, like, subscribe, share, follow. I don't know, do everything.